Alrighty guys, this is Pyramus coming at you with game number 2 in the SCL between Team EG and vVv Gaming. vVv is now down 1-0. Idra taking game 1 with some nice roachling aggression early on against this Protoss opponent vVv Time. And here in game number 2 we have EG Idra spawning as the green Zerg once again in the bottom corner position, however this time on Xel'Naga Caverns, and his opponent from vVv Gaming is going to be Angry, being thrown out as player number 2. We're going to see how he fares against the mighty Idra here. He's going to start his wall off immediately with the supply depot. Very wise move against the Zerg player. However, Idra not really too well known for his early aggressions. Still a great idea for this wall off against any Zerg player, because you just want to shut down any opportunities for the Zerg players to poke at your your economy early on. And here we go. Looks like Angry is going to get ready to place that barracks down, and that's going to complete his wall off even more. There's only a small little gap here that he can finish off by either floating this barracks and making a tech lab or a reactor, or probably the most likely scenario, making a supply depot here to finish things off. Meanwhile, Idra has gone for the faster spawning pool. He hasn't gone for the hatchery first. Good choice on this map, because your natural expansion is not that easy to defend. There's many points of contention, and could be a little bit risky, especially in a 2-player map like this, to get that expansion before spawning pool. So Idra's going to start things off pretty safely. He doesn't need to risk big economy. However, second barracks going down for vVv Angry, so he's going to probably be looking to put on maybe a little bit of pressure in terms of bio, at least a lot of Marines, maybe Marauders early on, to try to get some sort of an advantage going into this game versus Idra. And here we go, SCV going to move into the base of Idra. Going to see the spawning pool has gone down. Seeing Idra is mining the gas and seeing the drone pull off the gas. That's what Angry needs to see, because, I mean, everything else is pretty regular. He's seeing that drone pull. He's going to know that speed is probably coming up, and he's going to guess that Idra's going for this speed link into fast expansion mode. So now vVv Angry knows the build from EG Idra, so he is ready to counter it as he sees fit. He's pumping out the Marines fast, but I don't know if Marine pressure is really going to work against speedlings that are fastly approaching from Idra. Meanwhile, Queen just now popping up. He's going to get the spawn larva off on the hatchery, going to give him 3 extra larva to work with. 3 Marines from Angry, just trying to scout the perimeters of the map, hoping to catch the Overlord. That would be sort of finding the gold at the end of the rainbow for these Marines. They want to catch that Overlord. Oh man, Angry is gonna catch some lings from Idra here on the side of the map. Gonna wipe them off the face of Xel'Naga Caverns, and Idra losing a couple lings early on without much contention. So not what he wants. He needs to conserve those lings, because however many lings he loses as a Zerg player, that's like losing drones sort of indirectly. And oh man, Idra's gonna get his Overlord caught off out in the middle of nowhere, and meanwhile Idra's gonna take that opportunity. He doesn't want to lose the Overlord for nothing, trying to run his Zerglings around. Oh, he's gonna catch the Marines from vVv Angry. That's horrible. Oh my gosh, and Marines gonna get completely wiped out by just a small task force of speedlings, and that's exactly what Idra needed. Idra just turned that Overlord loss completely around into bait for the Marines. He's like fishing the Marines out, and bam, fish, hook, line, and sinker. Idra gets himself some nice early Marines. I think got maybe 4 or 5 Marines in that, a little engagement. Taking a look at the units lost, 11 units lost for Idra, 6 units lost for Angry. However, Zerg units are just so fast and so easy to replenish, especially with Idra's 2 bases and just mining the drones right now. Meanwhile, Angry is putting down 2 more barracks. That's going to bring his total up to 5, so he's not even looking to move up the tech tree whatsoever. He's getting the second command center. Oh man, sorry, not Marine, but SCV getting completely wiped out there by the swarm. But yeah, I was saying, vVv Angry looks to be just gonna pump out these Marines like crazy, like a madman, and then try to finish things off. He's not gonna even bother moving up the tech tree at this point. Idra, meanwhile, has been powering drones for quite some time. He's got some nice saturation. He's still continuing to power the drones, now getting his lair as well. He feels that this little small task force of Zerglings can do just this. He can see when Angry moves out and get ready for this. Look at this. Immediately seeing the Marines move out, and suddenly 10 Zerglings popping up on the production tab. So very nice reaction by Idra. However, you don't expect anything less than that from pretty much one of the best Zergs out there today. 4 Zerglings going to peek up and see what's going on. Idra's going to know that the natural expansion is now going down for Angry, so he knows that is another point where he can assault, especially the SCVs here in the natural expansion. There we go, SCV transfer going off. Angry's going to get himself some nice economy going down. I see a Baneling's nest going down in the middle of the base for EG Idra, so he's going to get those Banelings out. Very, very dangerous, especially to this heavy Marine army. Ooh, Idra getting a couple Lings caught out in the middle of the field, not really doing anything. They were just on hold position, so they just got torn apart by the bullets of these very, very tough, manly Marines. I mean, four Zerglings forced to run with their tail between their legs. And here we go. Idra spawning a couple Banelings now, but that's going to be actually enough to deal with this small task group of Marines from Angry. And Angry looks like he's, excuse me there, pure Marines at this point. No Marauders despite having 2 tech labs. He's just pumping out the upgrades. Probably going to go for the combat shields and the stim as soon as possible. Factory now going down for Angry about 9 minutes into the game. Meanwhile, I'm going to catch a lone Marine. Look at this Marine getting completely raped at the Xel'Naga Tower, unfortunately for him. A little task force of Angry going to move right back. He does not want to get himself caught out on the middle of the map, especially with these Banelings now out on the field. Look at these gelatinous masses of just green glop. That's just going to devastate your army. Meanwhile, drone from Idra going to move out. We're going to see where this guy goes. He might be taking expansion here. No. Oh, he's going down here, going to take this expansion. That's why he was breaking these rocks. Going to give himself more access to his 3rd expansion. Meanwhile, a lot of Marines now coming in from vVv Angry. I gotta say, he's got to get some sort of tanky units because, I mean, these Banelings are just so dangerous, especially to this. I mean, being a Terran and a Zerg player, I can see this from both sides, and it's not good for the Terran, especially venturing out this far, pretty much at the edge of the creep. He's even going on the creep right now. Angry, what are you doing? Oh, Scan, he was trying to get rid of the creep tumors, but man, he's just going to lose pretty much a 4th of his army. Now he might get this army completely caught out in the middle of the field. Oh, Baneling coming in, look at that. Oh, boom, look at those Marines just melt in a glob of green. They don't even leave their blood and corpse on the ground because the acid just disintegrates those guys so fast, not even having time to wither before they just completely get wiped off the face of the StarCraft universe. Meanwhile, Angry's just trying to amass his army once again after losing pretty much the bulk of his military in that little engagement, a very unnecessary engagement from Angry. He's trying to get his 3rd expansion up, but it's going to be that much harder without the forces to defend that. Meanwhile, the destructible rocks for EG Idra, he's going to break these guys down as soon as possible and maybe even get a 4th base, or maybe just get more creep coverage and destroy this huge obstacle in the middle of the map. Meanwhile, we have Mutalisk out for EG Idra, and Idra uses his Mutalisk really, really well. He really likes to get maybe like 20-24 Mutalisks, just roam around the map during the mid-game and just poke in and out of your expansions and your main base. So it looks like Idra is ready to make a small little assault on the economy of vVv Angry. However, he's going to get met by some nicely placed missile turrets. Going to lose 1 Mutalisk and back off